Hello, my name is David Finnerty, and I'm proud to be the superintendent of Pottsgrove School District, and I'm equally proud to welcome you as Pottsgrove once again plays host to the Quiz Bowl. Congratulations to all participants on the work it took to get here, and best of luck in the competition.
This is Jeff Bush, host of Financially Speaking and proud sponsor of this year's Academic Challenge here on PCTV. Our show can be seen regularly on PCTV and the PCTV YouTube channel. Good luck to this year's participants.
Hello, welcome to the 2023 Quiz Bowl match. We have Lansdale Catholic competing against Springford. Today's match, the 2023 Quiz Bowl matches, this whole series is brought to you by Informed Family Financial Services. See Jeff Bush for all your financial needs. Today's matches are also being shown on the PCTV television network, but they can also be viewed at your convenience on PCTV's YouTube channel. Please be sure to subscribe to that YouTube channel. Your subscription is free and are greatly appreciated, and they will support our awesome local television network. So be sure to hit that subscribe button for PCTV. Okay, so today's match, we have, as I said in the previous match, our Cinderella team coming out of the pigtail round. Lansdale Catholic up against Springford. Okay, the winners of this will move on to the championship match. Okay, here we go. Quick review of the rules of the match, the rules of the game. I'm going to begin the first round with, there are 3 rounds. I'm beginning the first round with 15 toss-up questions. Okay, you will have 5 seconds to answer the question from when I finish reading. The team, if you get that question correct, will get a bonus question, and you have 10 seconds to answer that, and the captain will answer that. However, if that question is answered incorrectly, the other team may steal, and they can then earn a bonus question if they get it correct. Okay, without any further ado, let's get started. Toss-up number 1. Ocean Ridge. The MAR, M-A-R, is not even in the top 10 for depth in rifts, but it's extremely long, and runs through which ocean? Mayon.
Atlantic.
That is correct. It's a bonus question for Springford. And your captain is Samyan. Okay. So I'll get the answer from you. The category is called Nice Digs. Christopher Wren, the famous British architect, designed which royal palace that is the official residence of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and their children? Samyan?
Kensington.
Kensington Palace is correct. Nicely done. Toss-up number 2. This is computational. Allow 30 seconds for this. The power of fractions. -5 to the -2 power equals what fraction? Maya.
1/25.
That is correct. Guess that wasn't quite computational. Bonus question for Springford. Multiple meaning but reliable. Which word means a road around town or an operation to reroute blood? Samyan?
Bypass.
Bypass is correct. Nicely done. Toss-up number 3. Part of the web. Plants are producers. They provide food for animals. Animals are consumers. What is the ecological name applied to bacteria Connor.
Decomposers.
That is correct. Bonus question for Springford. Defense mechanisms. The regal horned lizard has a unique defense mechanism. What does it shoot out to repel possible attacks? Samyan.
Spit.
That's incorrect. It shoots blood from its eyes. Now, that would repel attack, I think. Toss-up number 4, anyone's question. Here we go. Blue cube. And I believe this one is computational. Blue cube. All the faces of a 4-inch cube have been painted. If this cube is cut into 1-inch cubes, how many 1-inch cubes will have paint on none of their faces? Maya.
8.
That is correct. Nicely done. Bonus question for Springford. Which is the largest of the 4 corner states? Maya? I'm sorry, Samyan.
New Mexico.
That is correct. Toss-up number 5. Moving towards stability. In 1992, which African country on the Horn of Africa saw 80% of its international food aid go to the warlords? Maya.
Somalia.
Somalia is correct. Bonus question for Springford. End of the journey. In Return of the King, the plan is to throw the ring into Mount Samyan?
Doom.
Mount Doom is correct. And we have toss-up number 6. Pioneer of the field. After World War II, the former German rocket scientist Werner von Braun was asked where he got his idea for the destructive V2. He replied, "Don't you know your own rocket pioneer? He was ahead of all of us." What father of rocketry was von Braun referring to? Samyan.
Goddard.
Goddard, Robert Goddard is correct. Bonus question for Springford. Home stadium. What is the name of the home stadium of the Houston Astros? Samyan.
Minute Maid Park.
That is correct. Toss-up number 7. The long way. What word, beginning with the letter S, can be defined as a zigzag mountain hiking trail? Connor.
Switchback.
Switchback is correct. Bonus question for Springford. Slight language difference. A variety of a spoken language specific to a region or community is called what? Samyan.
Dialect.
Dialect is correct. Toss-up number 8 is computational. Running in circles. Consider a right triangle with side lengths 24, 32, and 40. Find the distance from the midpoint of the triangle's hypotenuse to the opposite vertex. Maya.
20.
20 is correct. Bonus question for Springford. Northern City. Which Wisconsin city is home to the Harley-Davidson Museum, as well as a museum that covers its own history? Samyan.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee is correct. Toss-up number 9, quantifiable. Sir Isaac Newton invented this field of mathematics to figure... Samyan.
Calculus.
Calculus is correct. And bonus question for Springford. Our atmosphere. Cyclones and hurricanes occur in which layer of the and this is a bonus question. Which layer of the atmosphere? Samyan.
Troposphere.
Troposphere is correct. And toss-up number 10. Plant food. Tofu comes from which type of bean? CJ.
Soybean?
Soybean is correct. Lansdale on the board. Bonus question for Lansdale Catholic. Physiology. Which of the three kinds of muscle tissue has the largest oxygen supply and hence never gets tired?
Epithelial?
That's incorrect. Cardiac. And that's a good thing the cardiac doesn't get tired. Toss-up number 11. Starlight Starbright. Found in the brightest part of the northern Milky Way, visible in summer and autumn, this constellation name is synonymous with the swan. Maya.
The Swan.
That's incorrect. Rebound. And CJ.
Little Dipper?
That's incorrect. It's Cygnus the swan. Cygnus. Toss-up number 12. Anatomy. After the spinal cord enters the cranium and becomes the lowermost part of the brainstem, it is known by this two-word term. Time. I'm sorry, we're out of time on that one. That's medulla oblongata. Toss-up 13. Another starlight, starbright. What two-word astronomical term applies to the apparent brightness of a star if it were seen at 10 parsecs, considered to be its brightest? Maya.
Standard candle.
That's incorrect. I'll finish the question. And that's considered to be its brightest level. Eddie.
Standard plane.
Incorrect. That's the absolute magnitude. Toss-up 14. Two more toss-up questions in this round. Evolution of cars. In 1960, only 54 pounds of this metal were used in the average car. Samyan.
Aluminum.
Aluminum is correct. Over 200 pounds are used today. Bonus question for Springford. Just breathe. What do doctors call the flexible fibrocartilaginous tube that leads from the larynx to the lungs and branches out to form the right and left bronchi? I need the answer from Samyan.
Trachea.
Trachea is correct. Toss-up number 15. Sweet thang. Sucrose, or table sugar, is a chemical combination of two simple 6-carbon... Mayan.
Glucose and fructose.
Glucose and fructose is correct. And a bonus question to wrap up the round for Springford. Choosing sides. In 1812, Britain, Austria, Sweden, and Russia joined forces against what nation who aligned themselves with the United States? Samyan.
France.
That's correct. Okay, so that concludes our first round, and Springford doing very well. 210, Lansdale with 10, but lightning round, things can shift very quickly. And Lansdale, you'll have your choice of these three categories in our lightning round. Excuse me. And we have a substitution coming in for Springford. And Cal is coming in. All right. Welcome. Okay, Lansdale, you have your choices between these three categories. World capitals, generals, early man.
I guess we'll do generals.
Generals it is for Lansdale Catholic. Now, Springford, you have a choice between early man or world capitals. World capitals it is for Springford. Okay. Okay, in this round, I will read 10 questions, and the team can answer as many as they can within those 60 seconds. Any question that they get incorrect or pass on, the other team will have an opportunity to steal. Okay, and they will get 6 seconds per incorrect or passed answer. Okay, we'll begin after I finish, begin the 60-second counter, after I finish the first question. CJ, I'll take answers from you. Here we go. Who started out as an American general but defected to the British Army?
Benedict Arnold.
His father was a Revolutionary War cavalry officer known as Light Horse Harry.
Pass.
He graduated last in his class at West Point and led to the disaster at Little Bighorn.
Pass.
Who was heavily criticized for his scorched earth policy near the end of the Civil War?
Sherman.
This general became the first African American to serve as Secretary of State.
Pass.
He slapped 2 shell-shocked soldiers after the invasion of Sicily.
Patton.
Who was Supreme Commander of the Southwest Pacific area during World War II?
MacArthur.
Who was the man with the plan to rebuild Europe after World War II?
Eisenhower.
He and Washington are the only 2 to hold the rank of General of the Armies. I'll accept your answer.
Patton.
Okay. You answered 9 questions, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4 correct. At 40 points to Lansdale's total. That means Springford will have the opportunity to steal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. You have 30 seconds. Just one moment. And Samyan, be answering for me. And here we go. Okay, 30 seconds. His father was a Revolutionary cavalry officer known as Light Horse Harry.
Jackson.
He graduated last in his class at West Point and led the disaster at Little Bighorn.
Custer.
This general became the first African American to serve as Secretary of State.
Austin.
Who was the man with the plan to rebuild Europe after World War II?
Marshall.
He and Washington are the only 2 to hold the rank of General of the Armies.
Eisenhower.
Okay, you answered all the questions, and you were able to steal 2 of those. Okay, the ones that you got incorrect, the father of the Revolutionary War cavalry officer known as Light Horse Harry was Robert E. Lee. His father fought in the Revolution. The general who became the first African American to serve as Secretary of State is Colin Powell. And he and Washington are the only 2 to hold General of the Armies. That was John J. Pershing. Blackjack Pershing. Okay, so add 2 more to their score. And now we have Springford had selected category of world capitals. Here we go. Samyan, I accept answers from you. Split by the Tigris River, it was invaded in 2003.
Baghdad.
Trinity College and St. Patrick's Cathedral are where?
Dublin.
This city was a compromised capital city between rivals Sydney and Melbourne.
Canberra.
This city underwent major reconstruction after the Lebanese Civil War.
Beirut.
This city has a tower, an eye, and an underground.
London.
Nicknamed the Eternal City, its enclave is Vatican City.
Rome.
Thousands filled the city's Tahrir Square in 2001, protesting President Mubarak.
Cairo.
Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated here starting World War I.
Sarajevo.
The U.S. battleship Maine was sunk in this city's harbor.
No, Havana.
The Summer Palace, Forbidden City, and Great Wall are part of this city.
Beijing.
I'm impressed. That was all of them. Clean sweep. 100 points to Springford. Every one of those was correct. Nicely done, guys. Okay. Entering the third and final round, I will give 15, just like the first round, there are 15 toss-up questions, but in this round, there are no bonus questions. Here we go. Surrounded by man-made lakes, the Colorado River is spanned by 3 major dams, which form 3 major lakes, all on the borders of Arizona with neighboring states. Which state does Arizona share Lake Havasu, impounded by Parker Dam? Maya?
California?
That is correct. Island life. New Zealand consists of 2 islands. Name them. Maya?
The North Island and the South Island?
That's correct. Very creative names. Toss-up number 3, biochemistry. Which L word is a catch-all for anything and living things that's oily or fatty? Maya?
Lipids?
Lipids are correct. Toss-up number 4, enduring series. He started as a character in books written by Ian Fleming. He went on to be... Cal.
James Bond.
James Bond, 007. Toss-up number 5. A capital of a country on 2 continents. Traveling north from this capital city leads to the Black Sea. Connor.
Istanbul?
That's incorrect. I'll finish the question. Traveling north from this capital city leads to the Black Sea. Traveling west takes you to the Aegean Sea. Traveling south takes you to the Mediterranean Sea. Name this capital city of a country that is mostly in Asia, but partially in Europe. Its time's up. That would be Ankara. Toss-up number 6, the Earth's bulge. The Earth is an oblate spheroid due to centrifugal force, causing a bulge on which part of the Earth? Connor.
Equator?
The equator is correct. Toss-up number 7, police action. Russian President Vladimir Putin announced what police action in the 4 regions illegally annexed from Ukraine and 8 Russian regions near which border? 8 Russian regions near the border area. Cal.
Martial law.
That is martial law. Toss-up number 8. Popular summer sport. Its official rules are updated every 4 years, but mostly still adhere to the original 13 articles that date to 1774. Name the sport whose rules are governed by 2 official bodies, one in the U.S. and one in Scotland. Cal.
Soccer.
That's incorrect. Eddie.
Golf?
Golf is correct. Toss-up number 9. Ways to keep troops safe. Gas masks were first used during what war? Cal.
World War I.
That's correct. Toss-up number 10. Sharks and Jets. The Puerto Rican actress, singer, and dancer Rita Moreno played Anita in the 1961 movie version of what musical? Cal.
West Side Story.
West Side Story is correct. And the rest of the question, she also played Juliet and Valentine in the 2021 version. Interesting. Toss-up number 11. Powerful words. We cannot dedicate. We cannot consecrate. We cannot hallow this ground. The brave men. Maya.
Gettysburg Address.
That is the Gettysburg Address. Toss-up number 12. Achieving at the top. Name the highest rank achieved by Richard Byrd, William Halsey, and Chester Nimitz. CJ.
Admiral?
Admiral, they were all Navy admirals. Toss-up 13. Famous essayist. The American essayist, let me restart that. This American essayist created the idea of the transparent eyeball, a metaphor for allowing the senses to be completely overwhelmed. This author of Nature was also one of the founders. Samyan.
Emerson?
Emerson is correct. Toss-up 14. Parts of a flower. The calyx of a flower is the outer green part of the blossom. What are the parts of the calyx called? Mark.
Petal.
That's incorrect. Rebound. Samyan?
Seeds.
That's incorrect. These are sepals. And toss-up 15, last question. Inaccuracies in art leave an impression. John Trumbull went for the symbolic view of the event, but was inaccurate in his painting of the signing of which document, making it appear that, Maya,
Declaration of Independence.
that is correct. Okay, and at the end of the game, Springford 440, Lansdale Catholic 70. Nicely job. Springford moves on. Good game, guys.